to see McGregor win. I would love to see this guy go out there and knock out Floyd Mayweather. Never been a big Mayweather fan. But that said, Mayweather's been doing this sport since he was 3 years old. You know, he's been one of the, probably the best in the world for a very long time in history in boxing, Mayweather.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, he's 40 years old. For the guy's a young 40-year-old. He doesn't take a whole lot of damage. He doesn't look 40, you know. So you know the guy's always he's continuing. He's working out. He's training, and I think it's if Mayweather's going to win, it's got to be in the first maybe 3 or 4 rounds. If it goes any longer than that, I think Mayweather, because I don't see Mayweather knocking out McGregor. McGregor's a very durable guy. Yeah. He's a bigger guy, a younger guy who hasn't been knocked out. You know what I mean? He's not notorious for getting knocked out, so you know he still has his chin. Maybe outpointing him. So it could possibly be a very boring fight.
If Floyd has still got his A game, it's, you know, nobody's expecting Floyd to lose. But Floyd, and I say, everybody says Conor has a puncher's chance. Yes, he does. Everybody has a puncher's chance. A fight is not over till the final bell goes. But he's fought, like Floyd's fought Canelo, who can bang. You know, Shane Mosley can bang. Shane Mosley hurt him. And then Floyd knows how to recover. And they're big men as well. Mosley's he's a big enough welterweight, and Canelo's a big middleweight, junior middleweight now. Them guys can crack too, you know what I mean? So if Conor hits way harder than them and they can't see it, and you got to throw combos, you can't throw one punch at a time, you know what I mean? You can't just walk out there and throw a straight left hand what Conor does, and he lands with it. In boxing, you got to, your hands is your weapons, you know what I mean? And you're just punching consistently to the head and the body. So that's your target. And Conor can do these small things, but I say with Floyd, if Floyd's on his A game, then and like he still has that chance. So there's still that chance, but Floyd's not expected to lose. That's the boogies already put that out there. He's not expected to lose, but
you never know.
Worst case scenario, reflex go, and there's always that chance. You know, you get the guy on the right, you get them on the right time at the right night. And I say to people, what happens if Floyd gets into the ring that night and stands there, and all of a sudden he feels his body feel like, oh, it's not, something's not working here.
Yeah,
it can happen. 100%. It can happen in one night. He may feel good now. He may step in the ring in a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden he feels like, oh, what's going on here?
This guy's the best boxer in the world. I mean, Canelo Alvarez couldn't beat this guy, and Canelo's fighting Gennady Golovkin, you know, coming up in September. You know, Conor's showing what's possible in this fight game. You know, he's showing. He went from, you know, the UFC featherweight champion to the lightweight championship to fighting the best boxer in the planet right now, the best boxer that we have alive. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy to see. So I think it's good for us. I mean, Conor comes back with that, and even if he does okay in this fight, now there's a possibility for us to cross promote. Maybe it's not boxing next time. Maybe it's kickboxing. Maybe it's, I don't know, something else. But it shows that, you know, anything's possible when the dollars are right.
For me, the chance for him is to bring somebody else in along. He's got his coaching staff, and I know that, you know, he's got a boxing coach and he's got his coaches and stuff. And I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about a guy. I've actually reached out to his manager in the past, trying to get him to link up with my old boxing coach, a guy by the name of Jesse Reed, who was Floyd Senior's boxing coach. He was Roger Mayweather's boxing coach for years. He's a great mind of the sport, and for me, I think with Conor's position where he's at, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a guy like that, you know, to consult with and talk to and really understand. This guy that I'm talking about knows the Mayweathers better than anybody I think there is walking on the planet. And for me, I'd like to see Conor bring a guy like that along with his team and learn a little few more inches of the game, because I think Conor's just a little behind right now. Is he a great athlete? Does he have great reflexes? Does he have power and leverage his punches? Yes, of course. He's a fighter. He's an athlete. Yes. Is he a psychological giant? Yes. You know, does he believe in himself? Yes. You know, but I think there's a few holes in there that if he can fill up those holes, you know, will give him a few more inches towards maybe him being successful.
Definitely. I thoroughly agree with you. I think it's something they have to do. I think they've talked about going out to Las Vegas, getting someone involved. But realistically, though, you don't see much of a chance. You being, a stand-up guy, what are the technical areas that he would need to do to go in there and maybe cause that upset?
Well, here's the thing: is I say it about Floyd. Everybody's going to beat Floyd Mayweather once his legs and reflexes go, because he's a step ahead of everybody else. He just is. He's a faster runner in every race that he's in. And until we see those fall short a little bit, it's going to be tough to see a guy sit on the outside and pick Floyd Mayweather apart. He's been in with guys as long and as rangy and as tall and as big as Conor before. With great ability. Great boxing ability. He's been boxing since they were kids. So sitting back on the outside and playing a boxing game with Floyd Mayweather is going to be a very difficult task. Obviously you saw the guys that had the most success with Floyd Mayweather, a guy like Oscar De La Hoya. I felt had a lot of success with him, pressuring him. Punch didn't say who's a great boxer, but knew that it wasn't a good idea to sit back and try to play fucking punch for punch with Floyd Mayweather. Madonna, who was up his ass and throwing punches from every weird angle there is. Because I know people talk, well, Conor's got these weird angles and stuff like this. Listen, this fucking dude, Floyd Mayweather, seen every angle a punch can come from. You know what I mean? And if you watch Madonna, dude, that guy throws punches from his fucking, from left field, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
all over the shop.
in front of you, punching you behind your head.
Every
you know what I mean?
every which angle.
Yeah, all those angles. But in all reality, that's the type of pressure, I think you get that until we see Floyd's reflexes and whatnot go, that's the type of pressure that obviously, Jose Luis Castillo, they put it on him, but you have to have the endurance and you have to have the toughness. Conor obviously has the toughness, but you're getting hit with a lot sharper punches in a boxing game, than you probably ever have been in your life, especially a guy like Floyd Mayweather. He's sharp, he's accurate, and he's very precise. And the old saying is not, it's not how hard you get it. The punch that hurts you is a punch that you don't see. He's going to be hitting you with shots you don't see.
Fair play to them. They're interested in going over, and it takes balls to do that. I think it'll maybe even draw new fans to sport. Maybe the boxing fans will see the characters that's coming over to compete in boxing, and they might be drawn to them characters, and then they might become fans of both sports. So, from that point of view, you can't really lose. But if you're competing with a boxer in their environment, then most of the time they should be winning them fights. That's their sport. It's not the same sport. It's from competing in the two, they're very different sports.